Good evening this afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. WKMC TV is on the air live from the campus of Mount Carmel Area High School here in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, where this afternoon we have Pennsylvania Heartland Conference Division III basketball as the 9-2 Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes take on the 6-4 South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers. Hello, everybody. I'm Tommy Ryan, joined by Mount Carmel guru and Hall of Famer Jose Gonzalo. Jose, good to have you with us.
Thanks, Tom. It's good to be able to fill in. You know, Anna's been doing your games and doing a great job at that, and she's had double duty today with the track meet. So I'm only too glad to be able to sit here and, rather than a seat in the corner, and do the game with you.
Good to have you with us. And in the league, of course, 2-1 Mount Carmel area, lost to a good Loyal Sock team.
A very good Loyal Sock team, Tommy. I think still 10-0. They had lost 4 starters, and it's a program that's much like Mount Carmel's, and they've changed their style a lot to play like Mount Carmel with the aggressive defense and what have you. But they're 10-0, and we get to meet them again back at Mount Carmel later on in the season, so we're looking forward to that.
A game you'll be able to see right here on WKMC TV. Loyal Sock, North Schuylkill tonight will be a good test for both of those ball clubs. North Schuylkill undefeated as well, so that should be an interesting ball game. In the conference, as we mentioned, Mount Carmel area 2-1, and South Williamsport looking for their first win in the Conference Division III. They are 0-3, and it's going to be tough to get it here.
Yeah, it will today with this Mount Carmel team. Unfortunately, we'll be without Lauren Ayers once again, our point guard extraordinaire, who has done an outstanding job and doesn't always show up in a box score with what she does for this team, but by far one of the most important people on the floors. So we'll get to play again and work again without her and see if our other girls can step up and do the job today.
Well, it's interesting when you talk about Lauren Ayers, the thing that's most noticeable is her ball handling skills, finding the open person. The one thing that nobody ever talks about is her defense, which is outstanding.
Yeah, it's very aggressive, and you'd think she was undersized, but you can go back to the Bellwood Annis game of last year where they had the Notre Dame signee.
Allie Chambers.
Allie Chambers, and Lauren Ayers said to Coach Barano, "Coach, I want her." And she played, and she was in her pocket the whole day and really helped to keep us in that 2-point ball game, by the way. And I think that's the goal for Mount Carmel, is to try to get back there again with Bellwood Annis.
Speaking of Bellwood Annis, she gives me a little chance to vent. Last night they played Munshannon out in western Pennsylvania and beat them by a score of 101-12. And there's no way that this guy can figure out how you should do that or how you could do that.
No, it's just not fair. You know, we've just gone through a season with Jim Roth and that Southern area football team, which was to many may be the best football team ever to come out of the area, and that's arguable, of course, but he could have scored 100 in every game if he wanted to, and he did not. The starters rarely played in the second half, and I think that could have been the case in a basketball game, where it's certainly easier with a 12 or 15-man roster like he has to just play basketball, hold the ball. You don't have to shoot it every time either.
No, and the fact that the mercy rule was in effect in the second half, but nonetheless, they had 70 points at halftime, which tells me the first team pretty much played the entire first half. All right, Tom Ryan, Jose, and Gonzalo, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the starting lineup, so stay with us. We are back, and here is the starting lineups. First for the South Williamsport, Sydney Bachman, Haley Neidig.
A junior, Rachel Stahl.
Rachel Stahl is a junior.
Wearing number 11, a senior, Julie Anthony.
Julie Anthony.
Rounding out South Williamsport's lineup, number 14, a sophomore, Claudia Green.
Claudia Green is a sophomore.
South Williamsport is coached by Justin Marnon, assisted by Ryan Brown and Tom Marnon.
And now for the homestanding Mount Carmel area, Red Tornadoes.
Lady, Red Tornadoes. Wearing number 5, a sophomore, Mia Chapman.
Number 5, Mia Chapman. She is a 5'4" sophomore. Caroline Fletcher, a 5'7" junior. Lauren Shedleski, a 5'9" junior.
20, a senior,
Brooklyn Bernini, a 5'10" senior.
Number 32, a junior.
32, Danny Ray Reno, a 6'2" junior. The starting lineup for Mount Carmel area. Lisa Verano, of course, the head coach. Mount Carmel area, 9-2, 2-1 right now in the conference. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, South Williamsport overall 6-4, 0-3 in the conference. And I would think from a coaching standpoint, South Williamsport would like to get off to a good start. You're on the road, you want to get going. You don't want Mount Carmel to come out and score you by 10 or 12 in the first quarter. Then you're playing catch up the whole game.
No, you can't do that. They have to stay in the game early.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. As we mentioned, Mount Carmel area without Lauren Ayers, banged up, a little bad back, and she's hoping to return for a Think Big.
We're hoping. I think she's hoping that as well, Tom. She meets with people on Monday, and hopefully she'll get the okay to do that. She's very valuable.
Saturday
obviously.
night, a game you can hear right here, or see right here on WKMC TV. Jose and I will be doing both ball games, for which we thank Jose for volunteering his time. So we're about set to go. Stahl will jump against Danny Ray Reno. And we wait for the toss, and we'll soon be underway. And we are, and the tap is controlled by Reno. This is Shedleski, top of the key to Chapman. Fletcher, left side, in low. As they move the ball around, there's a cross-court pass, as you can see. Chapman. He'll take the point right now against a 2-3 zone. Bernini, here's the lob inside. Good play by Fletcher, but she couldn't save it. South Williamsport basketball. So the Lady Mountaineers, her navy blue and white, and they will bring it up. Anthony over to Neidig. Back out front to Bachman. Neidig looking to make a move. Cut off nicely. Anthony, left side, Bachman. High post, they kick it around. Good ball movement here.
Real good.
Looking, still nothing there. They go inside low, they kick it out. This is Neidig. Can she travel with the basketball? So a turnover for the Lady Mountaineers on their first trip down, showing some patience offensively.
Both teams, and it shortened the game that way, and it probably would be better for South Williams to be able to do that with Mount Carmel.
I would agree with that. Chapman, top of the key, looking for room. Probably had a three, passed it up. She'll bring it back out front. Bernini. Chapman. Inside to Danny Ray. This is Shedleski for three. In again, out again. Finnegan, and here comes Neidig. On the run. Gets it ahead to Bachman. Back to Neidig. Looking inside for Stahl. Danny Ray Reno kind of fronting her in this defense. Bachman fires on the run. Not good. Rebound. Did they throw it away? They did. Rebound was pulled down by Green, but she threw it away with 6:22 left to go in the opening quarter. No score. Chapman will bring it up. So right now, Chapman playing the point against this 2-3 zone. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Mount Carmel area basketball. Shedleski will put it in play. Chapman out front. Left side to Bernini. Back to Chapman. Open three on the way. Got it. A downtown Billy Penner. It's 3-0 as Mount Carmel draws first blood with 5:55 left to go here in the opening quarter. Here's the trap. Bachman beats the trap. Has it knocked away. Reno has it. Lead for Chapman. Can she save it? She does. But save it's right to Neidig. South going the other way. Try to go inside the stall. She saves it. Kicks it out. Bachman for three. Got it. Little 22-footer, and we're tied at 3. They will walk it up. Chapman, left side to Bernini. Chapman, Danny Ray. Turns opposite Shedleski. Around the horn they go. In the corner again. Shedleski spins. And let's see, the ball is loose. Good play by Reno to save it. Chapman, Bernini, corner. Try to go inside. Fletcher saves it, gets it back to Bernie Fletcher in the corner. Nothing doing there. Bernini. They go inside to Danny Ray. She kicks it in the corner, knocked around. Fletcher gets it, saves it. Shedleski for three, not there. Look out. It will be Mount Carmel area basketball.
They're doing a great job on Danny Ray inside, Tommy.
Well,
they're very tough to get the ball to her.
That's the whole idea. If you're going to play Mount Carmel, surround her, make them shoot from the outside.
Yep.
And when Shedleski and Bernini get it going, they can bury him from out there. Let's see what happens. Again, they try to go into Renner. The ball's loose. Oh, boy, on the deck, who's got it? South Williamsport, and a foul's going to be called on Fletcher as Neidig was bumped on the inbound. And we're tied at 3. They might have called that foul on, they did, on Fletcher.
On Fletcher.
Okay, yep.
They could have been on Bernini.
Had his choice.
3 turnovers each, Tom, early in this first quarter.
Yeah, the first 4 minutes here haven't exactly been a Rembrandt. Bachman penetrates, kicks it out. Neidig in the corner. They go inside the stall. Kicks it out. Bachman inside the stall. Did she throw it away? Nope, knocked out of bounds by Reno. It'll stay Lady Mountaineer basketball. 4:06 left to go in the opening quarter. Tom Ryan along with Jose Gonzalo. And, of course, our executive producer, Dave McPhee. Here's the inbound, short by Neidig, and here comes Chapman. Cut off, tries to get it to Reno, turns it over. Green coming out of there with it. And she turns it over. Right now, we have more turnovers in the game than points.
We do. 4 each, 3 each for points.
Yep, there you go.
Everybody trying to find each other right now.
Well, you have to be patient. I mean, and you're right. They're doubling down on Danny Ray. They have 2 people in front of her on a high post. Firing and missing is Bernini. Rebound cleared out of there, and this is Neidig. Looking for room, and did she lose it? Nope, she saved it. Stops and pops. Not going to get there. Tipped around. Anthony has it. Back to Anthony. Skip pass. Neidig. Bachman. They go high, turn opposite, nothing there. Anthony comes to Bachman. Bachman stall. Backdoor pass. Up, not good. Danny Ray contains the rebound and gets it over to Shedleski. Chapman inside to Fletcher. Fletcher. Long 3 by Shedleski. Oh, she got it. And South Williamsport will take the timeout. 6-3, Mount Carmel area. Both clubs not handling the ball very well.
No, I think we missed the other guard at this point. But South Williamsport doing a great job, Tom. I didn't expect this game to be this close this early.
Well, I mean, anybody that's seen the Lady Tornadoes play, everything offensively revolves around Danny Ray Reno. So if you're going to play Mount Carmel and hope to beat them, you got to try to take her out of the game and make the guards beat you.
And they're doing it. I would expect us to start with that 1-2-2 press sooner or later and change the tempo of this game.
I would agree with that, but I will also say that
we're going 1-3-1.
Yep, they
with
are
the change
indeed.
with Alyssa Reisinger in the game.
Larissa Reisinger is in there. She is a freshman and a good one. This is Bachman in the corner. Anthony, long 3, firing and hitting. is Bachman, and it's 6-6 with 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Shedleski will bring it up. Looking at that 2-3 zone. Fletcher in low to Reisinger. Double dribble, and she turned it over. Well, you go high-low post now with Reisinger on the low post and Danny Ray on the high post. That'll make them adjust a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
So let's see what they do here as the Lady Mountaineers bring it up. This is Anthony. Change of direction. Kicks it back out to Bachman. Over on the right wing to Anthony. Out front to Neidig. Bachman being played tough. Anthony trying to penetrate, nothing doing. Bachman forces her way in, throws it up, not good. Did she draw a foul? She did.
Mount Carmel with great length at the guard position right now, Tommy, and it's making it very difficult for the guards to do anything.
Shedleski on a foul. Bachman on the line, she'll shoot a couple. Right-hander sets herself. Not getting another. Substitution now, Mia Chapman back in and Fletcher out of there. As Bachman will hit the second one. Sets. Both of them. In again, out again, and here come the Lady Tornadoes. Bernini. Chapman. Shedleski. Back out front to Bernini. Chapman, skip pass, got a collision. His foul is going to go on, I believe.
Shedleski.
Well, let's see how they call this. That foul's going to be on Anthony.
No, okay.
It's going to be on Julie Anthony. And Mount Carmel will put it in play. Second team, or first team for South. Right side. They get it to, now we get a travel. So Reisinger has touched it twice and turned it over both times here. She tries to get settled in this.
I thought she should have just took the shot, Tom.
Minute and 22 to go. Tied at 6. This is Green. Stahl. Neidig. Anthony fires. Top of the key. Did she hit the stanchion? Went through, but it won't count. Hit the stanchion. So we're tied at 6 with 68 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Substitution coming in for South Williamsport, and that's Samantha Branton. So Branton in the ball game. And they'll bring it across the timeline. Over on the left side to Bernini. Bernini out front to Chapman. She penetrates, kicks it off. She probably should have kept going, had an avenue to get it out front to Bernini. Bernini on the left wing, top of the key, lob inside. Reno finally gets a touch and drops it home. Her first shot and her first bucket. It's 8-6 with under 40 seconds to play. Anthony kicks it back out. Bachman might have walked and got away with it. In the corner. Branton inside. They put it up. Not good. Danny Ray. Shedleski. And she turned it over. This is Neidig going the whole way. And she's going to be fouled, and that foul's going to go on Brooklyn Bernini. Substitution coming in now. Carolyn Fletcher going to come back in here, but it's a 2-shot foul. And at the line is Haley Neidig. Haley sets herself. First one's up. She'll get another. Piper Minier into the ball game for South Williamsport. Is Neidig set for the second one? Can get it. Reno with a board, and we're going the other way. Lob inside to Reno. She turns, puts it up, can't get it. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. 10-6 to lead is 4 seconds to go. For Mount Carmel, you don't want to foul, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've played 8 minutes from the campus of Mount Carmel Area High School. For the homestanding Red Tornadoes have 10. The visiting South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers have 6. Interesting quarter.
Interesting, and also to me, I'm looking at 5 buckets made in the first quarter, 4 of them threes. So the people are trying to shoot the ball from the outside. Just in the end of the corner, we got the ball into Danny Ray, and she got back to her game. And if that happens, that will be huge trouble for South.
Well, it's a game changer.
It is.
If she gets it down low, you can't stop her.
No, it's impossible. She's been in doubles every game this season, and I think she may have had one last year that she wasn't in doubles.
And hyping up the Think Big on Saturday, Gadinsky from Southern, who is Danny Ray's equal in height.
Ali Grabowski.
And playing well.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
The kid works real hard, Tommy.
Yep.
I understand that she spends a lot of time in the gym and does a lot of work, and she's improved her game tremendously from the beginning of the year. Confidence growing as well. You can tell by the game the other night where Southern played Loyal Sock to a 4-point game.
Right, sure.
And at the beginning of the year, I don't think that would have been a 15-point game.
Well, that's what most people thought. And so I look forward to that matchup next Saturday, a game you can see right here on WKMC TV. Stick with the statewide leader in high school television. This is what, 50-plus years?
1968. This is a 50, well, 20 will be the 52nd year.
This is Bachman to the hole. Lays it up, not good. Fletcher come out of there with a ball. We're going the other way. Fletcher pulls up out front. Shedleski right side to Chapman. Around the horn, they go try to get it inside again, and they turn it over. This is Neidig. Haley Neidig will bring it up. Straight man-to-man now for the Lady Tornadoes. Chapman with her. She goes around her, throws it up, not good. Rebound, Shedleski. Down the lane. Ball is loose. Did she save it? She did. Kicks it all the way out front. Chapman had a 3, passed it up. Still in control. In the right corner, Shedleski to Danny Ray. Spins, left hands it up. Didn't get the bounce. Knocked around, out of bounds. It'll be South Williamsport basketball. Opening moments of the second quarter. Tom Ryan, Jose Gonzalo. Right here, as Greg Sakavich would call it, the Big House on East 5th Street.
The Big House.
The Big House, that's what he's calling it. And that goes out of bounds. It'll stay South Williamsport basketball. At least they didn't want to give him the ball.
No.
All righty. South will put it in play. Anthony will do the honors. Julie Anthony gets it in. Oh, a nice passing cut. Bachman drops it off. Stahl missed the layup. Wide open, couldn't finish. And here come the Tornadoes. Chapman. Fletcher. Chapman. Still out front. Backdoor cut looking. Reisinger to the hole. Can't get it. Tipped around. South with a board. Quickly ahead to Neidig. One-on-one. Oh, what a play by Chapman. She picked her pocket. Going the other way. And now we're going to get a travel. So a great play down there at the other end. Houdini would have been happy with that.
She is quick, Tom.
That was a terrific play on her part. Turned it over, 10-6, 6:21 to go in the first half. They will bring it up. Right side to Bachman. Back out front to Green. Green has it knocked out of bounds by Chapman, and it will stay that way. Neidig will put it in place. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Looking, still looking. Gets it inside to Anthony. Anthony, step back, jumper. Around the rim and in. 10-8. Anthony should get going. She's had a very good season for the South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers. Chapman in the corner. Back open. Chapman down the lane. Good move. Lays it up. Not good, but she draws the foul, and that's what they have to start to do, is penetrate a little bit and take that open 3 if you have it.
If you have it.
Yeah.
This is, we have not gone to the foul line yet. So doing that will certainly help in that regard.
Inside to Reisinger, and she knocks it down. Good pass, good catch, good bucket. 12-8, the lead is 4. 5:30 left to go here in the first half as Anthony brings it across the timeline. This is Bachman. Gets it back out front to Neidig. Neidig looks to penetrate. She does. Throws it up. Didn't get the roll, and Reisinger has it. quickly ahead to Bernini. Brooklyn Bernini. Chapman. Bernini. Danny Ray out of there. Reisinger. Chapman not going to get there. We get a foul. Well, let's see where this is going to go. I think it's going to go on Anthony. Yep. Foul is on Anthony. Substitution coming in is Piper Minier. And coming out of there is going to be Anthony. That is her second foul. And they will put it in play. And they get it to Reisinger. She kicks it out in the corner. Bernini fires, not good. Here going the other way. Ball is Bachman in control. Beats the trap, and they get a foul. Foul from behind. Let's see who that's going to go on.
Chapman.
Chapman.
Maybe your second. No.
Danny Ray going to come in, and Reisinger going to come out. And getting ready to come in for Mount Carmel area is Jenna Pizzoli, a freshman point guard. Give her a little playing time. Her dad was a pretty good player here for John McKay, if memory serves me correct.
He played on the 95 district championship team, and then 2 years after that, 2 district qualifying teams.
Stahl to the hole, can't get it down. Reno with a board. Fletcher on the right side to Bernini. Good move, cut off nicely. They'll bring it out. Shedleski left side. Fletcher, skip pass, corner, firing. Bernini, not good. Rebound to South. South is a little undersized out there, Jose, but they're holding their own on the board.
Yes, they are. They're quick to the ball.
Yep. This is Bachman. Right side to Minier. This is Bachman again. Still looking, nothing there. Back out front to Minier. She goes over on the right side to Neidig. Back out front, Bachman. Good defense here, and on the opposite side, a lot of patience being shown by South Williamsport here. Attempted steal goes awry. In the lane, kick it out. Minier for 3, not good. Rebound, Reno. Gets it quickly over to Shedleski. Shedleski cross to Bernini. Right side, Chapman. Skip pass. Shedleski firing for 3, not going to get there. Rebound, Bernini, not going to get there. Danny Ray puts it up and in. So the 3 tallest players from Mount Carmel area touched that basketball, and the third one put it home. 3-12, 14-8 to lead is 6. Very low scoring first half. Bachman has her pocket picked. Nice play by Chapman. Here's the lead for Maya. She lays it up. Missed the layup. Rebound inside Shedleski and gets the bucket. And South Williamsport will take a timeout. Good hustle by Shedleski to get the bucket. 2:56 to go, 16-8. Good timeout here by South Williamsport.
Absolutely, because it was 12-8 just a few seconds ago, and now it's 16-8, and he doesn't want to let him get away from him.
Well, and the other thing is this, is former Loads regional coach Dave Maloney used to say, you don't take your timeouts early, you won't need them late.
You won't need them late, and no reason to take them home either.
That's exactly right. So a timely timeout, if you will, by the South Williamsport coaching staff, 16-8. And as they begin to get the ball inside, we can see the potential is there to break this thing open. But I'm crediting South Williamsport with an excellent defensive game plan.
They're doing a great job. And the only thing jumping out at me right now, and I look at the stat board, is Danny Ray Reno has 9 rebounds early in this first half. And she's been doing a tremendous job. She's averaging about 12.5 rebounds per game this year. And you're right. She can certainly change a game, and it doesn't necessarily have to be on the offensive end where she can cause deflection, she can cause hesitation in shots, and just getting the ball back for Mount Carmel.
All right, we're going to put your encyclopedic knowledge to work here. She does, I believe, hold the single-game rebounding record, does she not?
She does not, Tommy. The single-game rebounding record is held by Sue Humphrey.
Mike Humphrey's daughter, absolutely.
Who had 30 rebounds against Southern in her last game as a varsity player.
Wow. In
1990. Danny Ray does have 26. And in the top 10 list, she probably has 3 games, 26, 22, and 22. So certainly is going to rewrite that top 10 list before she's through here.
How about that Sue Humphrey?
Yeah,
30.
Sue was a great player. And she didn't play it. She played on that 0-24 team, and a lot of people just remember that. But had she been able to play with some better players, she would have certainly had a much better career.
We're going to talk a little bit about that at halftime.
Okay.
The program and how it's progressed over the years. 2.5 to go, 16-8. They get it inside low to Chapman. Kicks it. Fletcher kicks it back out.
Take it.
Pizzoli fires. Good. Got it. Instant offense off the bench, and it's 19-8. So Jenna Pizzoli knocks it down, and here comes the pressure. Going to put Botman back in here in a minute.
Jenna, another one of those players with tremendous potential.
All right, another turnover, I believe, by South. Bachman in, who's coming out, and Minier is going to come out. Mount Carmel has the basketball. They lead 19-8. No, they do not. Nice try over there by Pizzoli, but you didn't get away with it. And now they'll get it into Bachman. Chapman with her. Right side's the Neidig, and we can say 2 minutes, 2 left to go in the first half. They bring it back out, double teamed, in trouble. Finally gets it to Anthony. Anthony, Bachman, pump fake, drops it in low. Stahl puts it up and missed the layups. And they'll get it back out, Will South. Bachman penetrates, turns it over, going the other way. Pizzoli brings it back out. Here's the lob to Danny Ray. Kick it out. Bernini, catch and shoot. Chapman has the basketball with 1.5 minutes to go first half. High post to Reno. She turns it over. Anthony going the other way. Still in control. Has her pocket pick. Chapman going to the hole. Lays it up. And she drew the foul. A hope and a harm as Green commits the foul. Claudia Green. And Mia Chapman going to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. 74 seconds left to go in the first half. Mount Carmel area now blowing this thing open a little bit.
As we mentioned earlier, Tom, first trip to the line for Mount Carmel.
Wow. Still looking for a foul shot score. Knocked out of bounds here. Hustle by
Good
Fletcher.
hustle by Fletcher.
Yep. Reisinger back in. Danny Ray going to get a rest here right before the half. Lead is 13. Neidig will put it in play. Anthony. Chapman with her. Bachman. Pizzoli with her. Back out front. Neidig under 1 minute to go. We're getting close to a 5-second count here.
Wow.
Down the lane. Kick it out. Anthony out of the corner. Not there. Rebound to South. Inside low. Anthony kicks it out. Green down the lane. Lays it up and in. 21-10, 30 seconds left to go first half. I imagine that the Lady Tornadoes will play for one. Let's see what they do here. This is Bernini, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And Chapman. Pizzoli. Bernini. Fletcher. 6 on the clock. Bernini with a long three, not there. Reisinger to board. Bernini with another try. And they get the bounce. So we played 16 minutes of basketball from Mount Carmel Area High School, where the Lady Tornadoes have 21. The visiting South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers have 10. We'll be back with halftime stats and a little conversation about this Mount Carmel Area girls basketball program. So stay with us. We are back. It is halftime with the homestanding Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes leading by a score of 21-10. And here with the stats is Jose Gonzalo. Jose?
First for South Williamsport, Bachman with a 3, Anthony with 5, Green with 2. And that's pretty much the scoring for South Williamsport. For Mount Carmel, Danny Ray Reno with 6 after a real slow first quarter. Lauren Chaleski with 5, Mia Chapman with 5, Alyssa Reisinger with 2, and Jenna Pizzoli with a 3. Mount Carmel shot 9 of 24 in the first half. South Williamsport 4 of 18. Mount Carmel with 14 rebounds, 9 of those on Reno, and 9 rebounds for South Williamsport.
So South Williamsport has 10 in the first half, and they're shooting less than 25% from the floor, which is attributed, I think, to a very good Mount Carmel area defense. So Mount Carmel up 11 here at halftime. And Jose, we touched on this briefly, how this program, and I think you're accurate in pointing out in girls basketball in this area in the last decade, it's been all about the Lady Tornadoes.
Well, if the young folks at WKMC did a story during the week about what was the most dominant thing during the decade, and obviously it was Mount Carmel girls basketball. When Lisa Verano took over in 2010, they hadn't had a winning season since 1999. That was a long time, and they won very few games in the 2000s. She took over in that first year, halfway through the first year, got that team to 17-11 and won a third place finish in District 4, and that was just the beginning. They then won 11, 12, 13, and 14, the district champions. They slipped in 15 and got another third place finish, and in 16, 17, 18, and 19 won 4 more. So they've won 8 district championships in the last 9 years. Lisa, coming into this season, had a 221-46 record, and to put that in even better perspective, 10 of those losses came in state play and 2 of them in district play. So it's like 34 regular season losses in 10 years. They've averaged over 20 wins a season. Last year was the first year that they did not win 20 games since the 2010 season. And that was because we had lost 5 starters from those district championship teams prior. And she had 5 new starters, and those folks took a little time to develop. But when they did, took it all the way to the Eastern semifinal with the eventual state champion, Bellwood Antis. So this program is by far the dominant basketball program in this area, women's.
I don't think there's any question about that. And interestingly enough, the talent level just has seemed to increase in the last 10 years. And you're around Mount Carmel basketball, boys and girls, as long as I've seen a lot of them. And you're right, in the 90s, they really struggled. There was no question about it. Lisa takes over and things change considerably. But I think the talent level has changed considerably as well. And the sign of a good coach is when you get good players, don't mess with them.
No, don't mess with them. Use their talent and change what you do to what they do. And I think this turns me back to the Southern program where winning breeds winning. When you win and young girls are coming here and watching the game and to see these girls be successful and the adoration and the credit that goes to them, they want to be a part of that. And they start early and they play hard and they continue to play hard. Lisa has a good feeder program in the 7th and 8th grade program. They do a wonderful job down there with Karen Zimmerman and some of the other folks. And I just think it's just going to continue because it's the style of play that Lisa Verano wants them to have. And it's aggressive, tough, defensive, and unselfish. And if you're not one of those things, you're not going to make the floor.
Well, I think the other thing that has changed considerably also with the girls' basketball programs in the area, they're not playing year-round. Whereas in the 90s, you didn't have a lot of kids playing AAU. You didn't have a lot of youngsters playing in summer leagues. Now, kids are playing almost all year round. And if you have the innate ability, as you continue to play as an athlete, you will improve as a player.
Well, obviously, the more games you play, the better you're going to be. And you're right, if they can play through the summer, she has a great summer program where they play here and they go to a couple of camps and they get to play together. They bond together as a team. And I think that's important as well. And I think everybody understands the pecking order in this program. People know what their role is. And I think it's very important going forward where everybody knows where they stand. And I think that makes for a better program and a better team.
I don't think there's any question about it. And in the greatest understatement since someone told Noah it might rain, the proof is in the record.
You're right.
All righty. We'll take a break and be back with the third quarter, so stay with us. We are back as we begin the third quarter. Shedleski, Reno, Fletcher, Chapman, and who am I missing there?
Bernini.
Bernini over in the corner. Okay. And it is Bachman, Neidig, Anthony, Green, and Stahl for the Lady Mountaineers. There's a turnover. And going the other way is Anthony. Cut off nicely there by Chapman. Bachman, 3. Not there. Rebound. Fletcher. And Chapman will bring it up. Opening moments of the third quarter. She goes down the lane. So they talked a little bit, I think, about penetration here at halftime, because she went right down the lane, and that's something you and I had talked about that they weren't doing earlier. So let's see.
And she is a bullet, Tom. Yeah. She can run.
This is Bernini, not good. Rebound is Stahl. And Anthony. Right side to Bachman. Inside low, Stahl puts it up and in. Is that her first or second bucket?
That's her first bucket.
First bucket. She is certainly 6 feet tall.
Yes.
Right side. Shedleski spins, cut off, puts it on the floor. South has the basketball. We get a jump ball, and the arrow favors the Lady Mountaineers. 21-12. And they get it in play. Looking at a...
Here comes that 1-2-2 press.
Yep, a 1-2-2 zone press. Bachman. See, the one thing you can't do is dribble through the press. And by Bachman coming to the sideline, now you have the Mount Carmel defender in the sideline.
We didn't need the other defender.
You're right. You're double teamed by the sideline. Chapman. Fletcher. Chapman. Against that zone. Shedleski, Chapman. Shedleski again. Looking to penetrate, kicks it out. Chapman, open 3. Not there. Rebound tipped around. Follow up by Shedleski, and she gets the bucket. So a good play right there by Lauren Shedleski to get a bucket. 23-12. Get it to Anthony. Left side, back out front. Neidig. Bachman. Stahl. Bachman. Make it Neidig. There's Bachman. Neidig. There's a steal by Shedleski. Good anticipation on her part. Going to draw the foul on Neidig. And Lauren Shedleski will go to the basket to shoot. Ooh. 5:58 to go, third quarter, 23-12. Junior sets herself. First one's up. She'll get another. That's their first points from the foul line.
That is. We are 1 for
2
from the line.
Second one's on the way. Not good. Bachman. They get it in the front court to Neidig. Neidig, change of direction. Has her pocket pick. Now we're going the other way. Fletcher. Shedleski to Bernini. Shedleski. Chapman. Bernini. Nice look inside by Bernini, and Fletcher knocks it down. And South will take a timeout, 26-12, with 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. I would say that the coaching staff at Southern, Justin Marinin, good timeout. He's used his timeouts expeditiously, if you will, trying to hang in there. He's down 14 and trying to still maintain some control over what's going on here, but slowly but surely, the Lady Tornadoes beginning to pull away.
Lisa is so calm. She just coaches the game, and she knows exactly what she's doing. She'll take advantage of this timeout as much as he will. And it's a tough thing. I think they're doing a great job coaching. Just stay in this game and not have it be a 60-20 blowout. I don't know how young they are, Tom. I don't know if we looked at the grades.
Information was not available to me.
But I think he's doing a nice job. The fact that he's 6-4 is a nice thing, but 0-3 in the division, and the division is tough.
Well, it is. I mean, there's little doubt about that. You got Loyal Sox, Southern, and Mount Carmel area.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough competition.
It is.
And
I just want to say another thing about Caroline Fletcher. She does so many things on this basketball court that do not show up in the stat sheet. And I think she's just a wonderful player in every regard that you can have on your team.
This is Neidig in the stall. Stall kicks it out. Bachman inside. Green fires, not good. Anthony with a board. Gets it out front to Bachman. Bachman backs it out. Stall, nothing doing. Throws it into backcourt. Chapman wins the race. Let's see if she can score. She cannot. Follow up by Shedleski. She can't get it. Reno puts it up again and knocks it down. 28-12, so they got 4 cracks at it. The fourth one went home, and the lead is 16. This press is having a devastating effect.
It sure is.
There's a cross-court pass. Anthony knocked away by Bernini, but she gets it back. Neidig. Bachman. Neidig. Stall. Neidig looks for a 3. Fires. Not good. Anthony with a board. Bachman kicks it out. Neidig penetrates in the corner of the stall. Tries to go baseline. Cut off nicely by Bernini. There's a reverse layup rejected by Danny Ray. Quickly out to Chapman. And she'll bring it out. Well, I'd like to see that. There was nothing there. She brought it back out. Let's sit up and go through our offense and see what we can get rather than trying to force it in. 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. 28-12, lead of 16.
Chapman's improvement has been meteoric, too, since last year when she first appeared as a freshman. She's done a wonderful job.
Oh, look at that play right there. Chapman, is she going to go the whole way? She is. Lays it up. Good. She drew the foul.
That gives
30-12.
Gives her 7.
And I think Lisa Verano wants a timeout. And we'll take a timeout. And why we have this time, Jose, I'd like to give some credit to the youngsters here that are taking care of this broadcast for us from WKMC TV. Of course, they are all students at Mount Carmel area. The cameras, Tyler Barnhart, our main man, Jordan Ballard, Jake Evans. Graphics, Zoe Psycho. Production assistants, Danielle Lepotsky and Aaron Bossler. Master control, Corinne Ennis. And the executive producer, the semi-divine, if you will, Dave McPhee. These kids have done, you know, and I've been doing this for a year or two, and these kids are wonderful. They just keep turning up, and Mr. McPhee guides them in the right direction. This is a wonderful setup here.
And he worries about it every year, and these young kids just come on, and they just do the job for him, and they come out of here with so much knowledge. And I said, what do these kids get for this, Tom, and David? And he says, nothing. They basically they don't even get a credit. You know, I think they get 1 credit maybe. But it's a tremendous, with tremendous pride that they do this, and I appreciate everything that they do.
Danny Ray puts the missed foul shot back. Now it's 32-12. The lead is 20. Anthony in control. And they go over on the left side. Skip pass in low. And they maintain control. Get the ball out front. Alexander in there for the Mountaineers, and saved nicely by Fletcher. Fletcher gets over to Witkowski. So you go your third point guard here, really. Reno,
Yep.
backdoor to Fletcher, looking for room. Chapman inside to Danny Ray. She spins, kicks it in the corner. Chedleski open, not good. Rebound, Witkowski. Did she lose it? Heck of an effort, but it'll stay Mount Carmel. Rachel Witkowski, a 5'2" freshman.
And this is Katie, correct?
Pardon me?
That's Katie Witkowski, correct? Rachel.
Yep. This is Reisinger, not good. Follows it up with the left hand, can't get it down. Gets her own rebound, stepped on the end line. It'll be South Williamsport basketball. Coming into the ball game now is Samantha Branton for the Mountaineers. As Mount Carmel out with a 20-point lead with 2:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Bachman down the lane, ball's loose. Firing is not good. Rebound. Pulled down by Mount Carmel area as Alexander can't get it to go. 2 minutes, 2 left to go in the third quarter. Reisinger. Baseline to Chapman. They come over here to Witkowski, and she turns it over. Whoop, and Alexander lost it out of bounds. It'll stay Lady Tornado basketball. Coming in now for Mount Carmel area is Katie Witkowski. So the Twins are in. And boy, they can do a little singing too, as you well know.
Oh, absolutely, for a long time. I
Right.
know they didn't get that from their father.
Here's Reno, turns around, knocks it down. So how long has it been since South Williamsport has scored? It was...
Like 2 this half.
Yes, exactly. We got a foul. Well, you don't want to do that. I mean, you're up 34-12. And putting it into play will be Alexander. Clara, or make it Julie, I'm sorry, Julie Anthony. Bachman. Left side to Alexander. She gets it in low. Firing and missing are the Lady Mountaineers. As I'm blocked out here by this official, we get a foul. And that foul, I think, is going to go on Rachel Witkowski, and she does. Claudia Green going to come back in, and Stahl going to come out of there. Witkowski going to come out or in. You're in, Rachel. Hang in there, kid. And they will get it into 90. Minute and 16 to go in the third quarter. Steal. Witkowski, open court. And a foul, and they'll go to the line and shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Sydney Bachman. And Witkowski will go to the line. First one's up. Not good. She'll get another. 68 seconds left to go. Sets. Missed them both. Hustles, gets her own rebound. Well, better hurry. And lobs it up. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be blue basketball. 60 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tom Ryan, Jose Gonzalo from the big house.
Greg Sakavich's big house.
Yes, sir. Neidig against the pressure. To Alexander. Anthony. Neidig fires. Good hustle there by Witkowski. She knocked it out of bounds, but she hustled to get there to make the play. And South will put it in play. Neither team in any kind of foul trouble. Open in the corner. They go inside low. Nothing there. Long 3 by Alexander is not good. Coming out there with the basketball and throwing it away is Mount Carmel area's Katie Witkowski. Substitution now as Maddie Tomale into the ball game for the South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers. 32 seconds left to go here. Almost stolen. Tomele into the front court. Ooh, that's back court. How about that? No, you don't see that very often. Nope. And there was no good call. No question about it. 25 seconds left to go. Let's see if the Lady Tornadoes play for one.
4 freshmen on the floor here right now, Tom, from Mount Carmel.
There you go. Shows you the depth. Oh, Reisinger, nice move. Got the bucket and a foul. Let her Google this when she goes home. Neil the Wheel Johnson.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Former Philadelphia Warrior whose big move was that turnaround hook. And she just dropped it through.
It was more popular back in the 50s and 60s with Russell and Chamberlain and a lot of those guys.
Foul shot rolls in, so a 3-point play.
That's 5 for Reisinger.
For Alyssa Reisinger. There's the pressure. Tomele goes to the hole. Nice little move and got the bucket. 37-14, and that's going to do it. At the end of 3, Mount Carmel area 37. South Williamsport 14 in the third quarter was a disaster for the Lady Mountaineers.
It pretty much was, Tom. They scored 4 points, and that was it. We're going to have our starters back for a little while, a couple minutes probably, and end this thing and let everybody play. It's fun watching the young people, though.
Oh, it is.
They have so much energy and the motors that these young people have. If they continue to keep that and learn the game going forward, this program is going to continue on at least in the next 4 years. And I know there's more people coming up in the 7th and 8th grade.
Well, it's an amazing thing that we talked about a little bit at halftime, but you're right. In the last decade in this area, it's been Mount Carmel area Lady Tornadoes.
And I think, Tom, one of the biggest tributes I think I've heard or seen a number of Heartland coaches want to model their program after Mount Carmel's. They've gone up tempo, they've gone quicker, they've gone more aggressive on defense instead of playing a half-court offense and just sitting around and playing and letting the game come to them. They take themselves to the game. Well, and that's a credit to Lisa.
Once again, being an old school guy, when you play up tempo, two things go up normally: to score and turnovers. So you have to, try to find that happy
balance.
medium.
Yeah. She has found that somehow.
Well, it's as we said. Take a look at the record.
Yeah. 221 and 46. Right now, it's 230 and 48.
Wow.
Today will be 231 in 10 and a half years.
This is Bernini. Fletcher, in low. They kick it out to Danny Ray and put it in. Nice pass right there by Shedleski.
Absolutely.
To find a rolling Danny Ray coming off that low post. This is Anthony. Good play right there to save it. Firing a jumper and drawing a foul is South Williamsport's Piper Minier. She'll go to the line to shoot too. Tomele going to come back in here in the first chance she gets. 7:22 to go.
Tommy, Danny Ray with 14 and 13. 14 points, 13 rebounds. And typically it's a typical game for her, which is really scary in a way.
Minier will get another. Tomele in and out of there for South Williamsport is Samantha Branton.
Tomele with the quick bucket and out.
Next one's up. Got it. 39-15. I want to tell you about a statistic I saw not too long ago that I'll pass along to you in a second. Talking about points and rebounds.
Yeah.
This is Fletcher. Chapman. Fletcher. Still zoned up are the Lady Mountaineers. Bernini. Fletcher, lob inside. Danny Ray kicks it out. Shedleski going left. Anthony gives up the baseline. What do we got?
Foul.
On whom? I periodically get into discussions with my young nephews about Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. And I texted him last week with this stat. There was a game when Wilt was with the San Francisco Warriors where he rolled for 73 and 48.
I remember the year that he averaged 50.
Yeah. That was the year he scored his 100th down at Hershey.
And 474,000 people were at that game.
Oh, how
right?
about that? Yeah. Makes them both. My good friend, the late Bill Norton, coach at Nativity, had the ticket stub to prove he was there.
Wow.
6:50 to go, 41-15. The lead is 26.
That's 10 for Shedleski right now.
Okay. Just knocked
and
it
a
low.
steal.
Yep.
We'll give her a steal on that.
Chapman, nice move. Didn't get the bucket. Made a good move. Got it back. Threw it up and in.
Oh.
A sense of where you are with 6.5 to go. 43-15. This second half has been a disaster. Am I correct that South has, what, 3 points in this second half?
They had 10 at the half, so 5.
Okay, wow. Turnover, it'll be Mount Carmel area basketball. Having been on the end of this a few times as a coach at Warrior Run, there's just nothing you can do, and it's very, very hard to live with. But you got to keep working, and as you said, they're in a very, very tough division, these Lady Mountaineers.
Yes, they are.
I remember one night I was down 51-8, and I went in at halftime. Here's Ernini, not good. I went in at halftime with Nuns like we were going to come up with a 43-point play. Shedleski can't get it. South on the move. Chapman again.
Chapman again. That's 4 steals that I have for her.
She is quick.
Yes, she is. I can't wait to see her on a track, Tommy.
Oh, that's another thing. You're
Yep.
right. Bernini, Chapman. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Mount Carmel basketball. Bachman going to come back in. And Knighty going to come out of there. 5:28 to go. 43-15. Looking, top of the key. Chapman backs it out. Shedleski, Chapman. The lob. See, that's, to me, you got to shoot, catch and shoot right there. The last time that Shedleski had the ball.
Yeah.
Get it and shoot it.
That's the reason we went inside, outside.
Right.
And
now, right there. Okay, bingo.
Thank you, Coach.
3 from downtown Billy Penn, and it's 46-15. You could tell when that left her hand, it was going down. The form, the rotation, perfect. Cross court, Bachman in low, and losing it out of bounds is Tomale. Another turnover for the Mountaineers, and at this point, I would say more turnovers than points.
8 versus 5.
Okay.
Yes. In this half.
No, I mean the team overall. Does South Williamsport have more than 15 turnovers?
They have 8 and 9. They have 17.
There you go. Green
Now
gets
we're
a
even
bucket.
up.
Now we're even at 17. 4:28 and running here in the fourth quarter. Remind you, next Saturday night, the Go Big, and we're going to keep it here, the Go Big competition between Southern Columbia and Mount Carmel area. We will have both games. The boys will go on at 6, and the girls will go on following that. And Jose and I will be here for both of those games, as will Black Diamond. They'll be in the house as well. So if you're watching this, get out here next Saturday. The profits from the game go to
Think big.
Right, against pancreatic children's
cancer.
Yeah, so get out here and spend a couple of bucks and help a worthy call. You should see 2 good ball games.
I think you're going to see 2 real good games. I think Southern boys obviously are struggling a little bit, but they're getting better as they go forward. Playing a lot of young people with the Wisłowski kid at the point, and Connor Gallagher and the Klebon kid,
Right.
and there's a lot of good young people down there. And John is obviously doing a great job. He's already qualified for districts. He's 12-3, I believe. At this point, I don't know how they got 15 games in. Everybody's around 10 or 11 so far.
Well,
but they're in good shape.
And the other thing is with Southern and Mount Carmel, it's Southern and Mount Carmel.
Always.
So
It
the intensity will be there in both games. And we'll, like we said, we'll have him for you right here. And talking about the point guard with Slosky, his dad could carry the mail a little bit at Shamokin.
Yeah, he could. I remember, well, I
Jamie.
particularly remember because he was the defensive back covering my son Joel in the senior year game. And Joel made 3 good catches in that game, and I was particularly proud of him. Great throws by Mike Higgins, though, so that always makes it much easier. Jamie went on, I believe, to Lafayette.
That's correct.
And played some football.
Yep, he's a good player.
Yep. He was living in the art district for a while. I was hoping he would have stayed. But, you know, as is the norm now, you want to go over to Oz.
Well, he lays it up. Bachman with a bucket. But if you want to build, Elysburg is one of the few places left, and here's a 94-foot turnover. Fortunately, it's 46-19. If it was 46-45, it'd be an entirely different thing. 3:54 to go. South will put it in play, and they turn it over. Are they going to get it back? Nope.
Somebody's hurt.
Yep, banged up a little bit. Tom Swaldy hustling out there. Maggie McCracken into the game. At least we think it's Maggie.
It's Maggie.
Because I can't tell them apart.
I can tell apart. Don't ask me why. I don't know why or how.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Years ago, Danville high school boys, and I'm talking 40 years ago, had twins, both about 6'4". And the starter had picked up 4 fouls. And I swear to God, at halftime, they switched jerseys because when they came out, the starter's shirt was dry. So,
yeah, who would know, right?
Right. I mean, with me, with the McCracken twins, they could do that, and I would have no clue.
They could. Yeah. With Koski's, we'd be able to tell.
We would, but not with the McCracken.
The McCrackens are so much similar.
Speaking of sisters and things on a team, that Avonworth team that Southern beat for a state title had 7 sets of brothers on their roster.
Wow.
And that's unusual.
It sure is.
Yeah. My guess is since he didn't sub, most of them didn't get in. Anthony down the lane, lays it up, not good. Rebound. Follow up, not good. And knocked out of bounds. Let's see who's in here for Mount Carmel area now. Maggie McCracken's in here. Jewel Scott, a 5'5" senior. Katie Witkowski. Madison Sosky, S-O-S-K-Y, right? So with 3.5 to go, it looks to me like Shedleski is the only starter in there right now for the Lady Tornadoes. And she will put it in play. Gets it out front to Witkowski, to Katie. Katie down the lane, throws it in low. They get it to Scott. She puts it up, not good. Bodies all over the place. We get a jump ball. It'll be South Williamsport basketball. 3:17 to go. Mount Carmel with this win will improve to 10-2 and 3-1 in the conference as they walk it up. Division III. Anthony, right side around the horn they go. South looking for a bucket. They go inside. We get a push on Scott. Substitution coming in for Mount Carmel area. Molly McCracken is in. Shedleski is out. So the McCracken twins are in there. Are the Witkowski twins? They are not. Long three on the way. Not good by Minier. And down the lane, throwing it up. Tipped around. Good hustle right there to get the ball back for Mount Carmel area. Katie Witkowski has it. They'll bring it out front. Over on the right side to Maggie McCracken. Here's Katie firing top of the key, not good. Rebound McCracken, and she has it taken away by the Mountaineers. That was Green. Oh, a nice spin move by Anthony. Anthony throws it into the backcourt, and that's what it's going to be, another backcourt violation. Coming in now for South is Claire Alexander, and coming out of there is Julie Anthony. Substitution coming from Mount Carmel area. And that is going to be Emily Zatsny. So Lisa's got them all in there. And, well, she should, up 46-19. Inside low, Scott. Zatsny throws it up and in. Emily Zatsky, a 5'5" senior, gets a bucket. Big smile on her face. Long three. Around the rim and not good. Ball's pulled down inside. Not going to get a foul. And let's see who that's going to be on. That'll be on Mount Carmel area's Madison Sosky. And none shooting, of course. Both teams have committed 5 team fouls. And they get it over in the corner. Back out front. Alexander out front to Minier. Back to Alexander. This is Minier. Minute and 45 to go. Goes to Green. Green turns it over. Wow. Mount Carmel Ariasowski on the attack. She'll bring it back out front. Inside low to Jewell. Pumps it up. Not good. Rebound knocked around. Coming out of there with it is McCracken. Ball is loose. Into the open court. Minier down the lane, and she's going to get fouled. And that foul is going to go on Mount Carmel Areas.
Tom,
Molly McCracken.
We have to give a lot of credit to these seniors. Emily Zatney, Jewel Scott, Maddie Soski. You know, they knew they weren't part of the rotation, but they still stayed, came to practice, helped this team get better, and understood their role as well. And you don't see it often, and my hat's off to them for doing what they've done.
Yeah, a lot of youngsters today would simply walk away if
Absolutely.
I'm not playing. Piper Minier on the line. She made the first, obviously. She'll make the second. And it's 48-21. Yeah, I agree with you there 100%. I don't think there's any question about that. So Mount Carmel on the attack here with a minute to go. The issue no longer in doubt. Ball's knocked around in there, and it's going to be South basketball. Under a minute to go. Minier brings it up. I believe it'll stay South basketball. 47 left to go. Long inbound pass in the corner to Alexander. Minier fires. Not good. Rebound pulled down by South. 36 seconds left to go. Stay with us. At the end of the game, we'll be back with the final wrap. Jose will have all the stats for you. And remind you again, next Saturday, Double Dip will be right here. WKMC TV. Minier down the lane fires. Not good. Rebound.
Zatney.
To Mount Carmel area, Zatney. 20 seconds to go. Fire it up. I'd be firing out there. In backcourt violation. So there's 13 seconds left to play. And let's see if South can get another bucket here before the game ends. This is Green. To the hole, lays it up. She's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two with 4 seconds left to play. That foul will be on Mount Carmel Areas. I didn't get the number. 34. That foul is going to.
That's Emily Zatney.
Right, it is. Her first. And Green at the line to see if she can get in the book. First one's up. Not good. She get another. It's a two-shot foul. Second one's on the way. Got it. We'll get another. Say had a lane violation on the first one. So she'll get another. I thought it was a two-shot foul. It is a two-shot foul. But the first whistle was a lane violation. Let's see if she can make the second one. Got it. Made them both. 48-23. 4 seconds left to go. And that's going to do it. Mount Carmel area. 48. South Williamsport 23. Stay with us. We'll be back with the final stats of the wrap in just a moment. We are back 48-23 to final as the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes defeat the South Williamsport Lady Mountaineers in a Division III conference game. Mount Carmel area now still with only one loss in the conference to a very good Loyal Sock team. And
an undefeated Dunmore team.
Well, Dunmore was good.
Yeah.
They were very good. And most impressed with the Murphy girl, only a sophomore. She was for All-State last year as a freshman. She can really play.
But the young Toomey kid also is just going to be dynamite going forward.
6'1" freshman.
Hitting four threes in that game.
Absolutely. So here with the arithmetic of this particular game is the guru, Jose Gonzalo.
All right, Tommy. First for South Williamsport, Ptolemy with 2, Bachman with 5, Anthony with 5, Green with 6, Minier with 3, and Stahl with just 2. South Williamsport shot 8 of 36 from the floor, 5 of 11 from the line, had 16 rebounds and 18 turnovers. For Mount Carmel, Danny Ray Reno, 14 points, 13 rebounds, a typical game for her. In limited duty, I might say, Lauren Chaleski with 13. Mia Chapman, great game, 9 points, 4 steals, at least 3 assists. Caroline Fletcher, the do-everything, doesn't show up in a point in a box score. 2 points. Jenna Pizzoli with the 3 off the bench. Emily Zatney with the 2 late in the game, and Alyssa Reisinger with 5. Mount Carmel shot 19 for 48 from the floor, 3 of 8 from the foul line, 31 rebounds in an area that definitely had an impact on the game, and 19 turnovers. So that's your game in a nutshell. A good win for Lisa. I'm not sure she was thrilled, but by the same token, probably just happy to get out of here healthy and on a nice Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I would say that certainly she would be happy with the improved play in the second half. First half a little bit sluggish, but you mentioned that the South shot less than 25% from the floor, and that's a credit to the defense being played right now by the Lady Tornadoes. And up and down, they did the things they wanted to do. They got some turnovers out of the press. They hit the open man. They really played very, very well. So a big win here as they continue to move towards the big matchup next Saturday. We'll have it right here for you with Southern Columbia boys and girls. Go big and come here.
Think big.
Yeah, think big and come here and do something to help the fight against childhood cancer. Before we leave the air, I want to thank our crew here that did such an outstanding job today. Cameras were Tyler Barnhart, Jordan Ballard, and Jake Evans. Graphic, Zoe Psycho. Production assistants, Danielle Lepotsky and Eric Fossler. And the master control, Corinne Ennis. And certainly the executive producer and the man who makes it happen here at WKMC TV, and that is Dave McPhee. Jose, always a pleasure to work with you. We'll see you next week.
You as well. Thank you, Tom.
All right. Paula Margaret, I'm on my way. So long, everybody.